Gina from orchidandopal.com, and I am holding the third box in the series of a 3-month subscription that Jesse James Beads had so generously said that they would like to send me for a review here on my channel to share with you guys so that you could make a decision to see whether or not this type of subscription box was right for you. It is as low as around $33 a month with free shipping if you're in the US and you sign up for a 12-month subscription, and then the price goes up a little bit more if you do less of a subscription duration. But all that information will be available on their website, which I will link right below the video, so if you have any further questions or need any further clarification, you should be able to find all the information you need through that link below. Also, I have a playlist of past magical mystery bead boxes from Jesse James if you'd like to see some of my past unboxings to get a better feel for the types of things that they send. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this box. This one is for July, and I have absolutely no idea what's inside or what the theme is. Their beads and mixes are always very carefully thought out as far as the color scheme to match the theme. They also design, string, and package everything in the US, which is nice, and then these boxes aren't available anywhere else, even though they do sell Jesse James beads in a variety of locations, including on their website. So it is an exclusive set of goodies in here. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am so excited about this theme. Okay, so it is the Circle of Life, so as you can see, it is going to be a Lion King theme, and I have been dying to take my son to see this movie. I love the original Lion King. I remember going to the theater to see it when I was a kid, so I can't wait to take him to see it too. And some of you guys probably have already seen it. You'll have to let me know how you liked it. But enough about that. We have our theme here, and then on the back of our card, we have our list of what's included in the box, and it is a general list, as you can see. And then we have our standard pink shred that is usually on the top of the box, and then underneath that is where you see all the carefully packaged goodies. So I'm gonna go ahead and set these things aside, and we're gonna go through everything one by one together. Alright, so I'm just going to leave the card here for just a second in case you need to refer back to it, and there are some beautiful things over to the side. Now, I'm not personally a person who wears a lot of animal prints and earth tones, but I know there are plenty of you out there who love it, and I think if you are that type of a person, you're going to absolutely love this box. And even though that's not something I'm drawn to wear, I still really appreciate how well they have curated this box, and everything goes so well with the theme. And if this particular theme is not for you, they do change it up every month, so it will probably be something completely different next month. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and look at this first item. It's called the Serengeti Mini Mix. It says it features Swarovski and check glass beads, and these could certainly go with anything. As you can see, you have your Swarovski here on the top. We have these little bicones, and we have some larger check glass beads here at the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and take these out so we can get a closer look. Here are the gorgeous Swarovski bicones. We have some different sizes here. Looks like we might have some 4mm and some 6mm. These go so well with the theme. You can see that they have shades of black and a creamy white, brown, a golden topaz, and then the larger bicones in a light tan or champagne color. So that's a great start to the box. Here are the check glass beads. They're a little bit larger than those Swarovski bicones, but I love that they included check glass. And you can see here that it is a very nice mix of colors that goes along with those bicones, and you can already tell what the color scheme is going to be like for this box. Very happy with this mix. We have some great quality beads and some very neutral tones that will be easy to incorporate with all different color schemes. Next up on our list is this package here. It is called the Masai Mara Reserve, and that may be Mara. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but anyway, we've got a nice mix here. I'm going to go ahead and open up the top, and then we'll take a look at the bottom. So here's a closer look at what was in that top package. We do have a mix of some acrylic beads here, as you can see on the holes there, but as well as mixed with some glass beads. I believe these are some glass beads, these little black ones as well, with just a matte finish, and then these really interesting caged crystal beads that we've gotten in the past in this toned down gold, and if you look close you can see that there is a loose crystal inside. So they are very unique and definitely remind me of Jesse James beads. And then we have two of these glass beads in a reddish brown color. So it's another nice and very interesting mix As you can see, you'll be getting a lot of mixes if you sign up for their subscription boxes. That is one of the things that I think sets them apart, is that they are well known for their themed bead mixes. Here is the bottom bag that was included in that mix. I'm actually quite impressed with these as well. They do feel to be pretty much all glass. Of course, we have one of these metal and probably polymer beads right here. This is a really interesting disc. It's very flat. And I'm not quite sure if it is a painted shell bead, but it sure does remind me of a shell bead. You can see the luster on that when I move it around. We also have these really interesting stripe beads. They look like zebra stripes on here. They do feel like glass. They feel really nice. We have some of these golden crackled glass beads, some larger golden glass crystals. These are really interesting, some nice chunky black beads, and then a couple of these very interesting lampwork style beads as well. So lots of earring potential in here, as well as lots of great beads that would pair very nicely with this other collection that we first opened. Next on our list is this third mix. It's called African trade beads, and these are so interesting. I know there must be a story behind this. I'm gonna have to look that up. But here is a close look at these, and they actually feel like stone. They may be glass or some other material. You can see they have very large holes on them, so these would actually be great for leather cord or stringing directly onto some chain. And of course, they go so well with the theme here. The colors and the patterns on these, they're so tribal and definitely reminiscent of things that you would find in Africa. And I love the pop of color in contrast with these other more like animal print type tones and neutrals. So really interesting. But again, I think this mix here will speak to some more than others, just depending on the types of things that you're drawn to. Next up, it wouldn't be a Jessie James Beads box without a tassel mix. So let's open that up here. Lots of tassels in this box. As I've said in past unboxings, these boxes are for the more adventurous beaders, I feel, ones that like to really make a statement, and people who like to have fun with really out-of-the-box materials. Tassels aren't that out of the box, but you'll see what I'm talking about as we get further into the box. Here are all the tassels grouped together. We have some really nice pairs in very neutral colors that, again, coordinate so well with our other crystal and glass bead mixes down below. They make such great embellishments for earrings, for necklaces, for bracelets, for anything really. Our next item is a bag that's called Cheetah Blossoms. There's 3 pieces in here. We'll get a closer look at these. These do feel to be plastic or acrylic. You could see there's a little piece there and piece there. You'd probably just want to shave those off with a little file, but they're very sparkly. And you know what? I could actually see these making some really cute embellishment for hair accessories. I haven't made any hair accessories on my channel, so maybe we'll have to do that in the near future. I have so many things on my list that I want to do, and I just need more time to get to it all, but these are very flat. I think they would work great in a barrette design. But what's interesting too, and there's a look at the back, it looks like they have 3 holes on them. So I think the suggestion here also is that you could use them as connectors for a necklace. So you could have 2 strands hanging off the front and maybe 1 strand off the back, or a strand of chain or cord or something off the back, something like that. They're very metallic, as you can see, the background being gold, and then we have the black spot. So it really does look like a cheetah blossom, as the name suggests, this little flower shape with the animal print. Next up, we have 2 strands of our chain reaction. So these are really interesting chains that Jessie James Beads sells, and I'm going to take one of them out here just so you can get a better look at one at a time. They are about 18 inches in length, and what's cool about these is you can actually take them apart and use the components separately. So you're welcome to use the chain as is with these particular beads wire wrapped on them, but you could also clip the beads off, just use these links, use the length as short or long as you want. There's all kinds of possibilities with this particular chain. So the one they sent this month, you can see it has these long links right here, along with some of these little round gold beads, and then we have some deep red faceted rondelles. And then the other chain they sent, and I like the fact that they sent 2, and they're different styles, but you could also mix and match. You could use some of the other gold chain and use it with this because it's the same tone of gold, but you have these different shapes. Here's the little wavy type shapes here instead of the straight shapes. And then it looks like some amber colored rondelles with an AB finish on those. Moving right along, we have another little package here of all kinds of mixed things in it, and this is called the Small Metals Mix, and it says there is a unique blend in each box. So if you are already a subscriber to this box and you have something a little different, that is probably why. So here's a look of all the little metal components that I received in my little baggie this month. I love that we have a mix of some metal spacer beads, and they're all different types of metal too. You can see we have the gold finishes, silver, some antique brass, and even some gunmetal, so you do get a nice little mix in there. That is a cute little paw print. We have these two little elephant charms with a little rhinestone right up there. There's two of those. We have some pretty blossom charms, some feathers, and I really like these antique brass spacers right here. And then some other spacers in a darker silver tone. I always enjoy getting these extra components besides just the beads personally, because they are the details that really make your piece stand out, and they add the texture and spacing to your beads to really make the beads pop. Next up, we have some cup chain. So we have a segment here, an 8-inch segment actually, of red cup chain. You can see the red rhinestone crystals already popping in there against the gold color, and this is kind of an antique gold. It's not a super yellow bright gold, but I don't have any red cup chain. I'm excited to add that to my collection. I said months ago that I wanted to do a video all about different ways to use cup chain, and I have not forgotten about that. It is still on my ever-growing list, but this just gives me another color to work with, so I'm super excited to receive that to add to my collection. Next up, we have one of the Jesse James Beads signature strands. This is called the Circle of Life bead strand, and look at this. It's a piece of art. You have all different glass, metal, and polymer beads all together on here, and you can see how thoughtfully they put all of these together. Look at the different patterns. You have stripes and spots and what appear to be animal prints all together. And the gold on here that they have paired it with mostly is a nice toned down gold. You can see we have a couple more of these cage beads that go with the two smaller ones that we had opened up earlier. Some more of the beautiful golden, amber, topaz-like color here, and even a couple little pops of red. I really do like these particular beads right here that are going up the strand with the stripes and the spots. They are glass with large holes in there. I think you could make something really beautiful with those. And then mixed in are some additional metal spacer type beads. So again, even though this is not one of my personal favorite color schemes, I still appreciate how beautiful it is. And I think it's still fun to work with things like this because there's lots of people out there who are really into it. I hadn't really pointed these out either. These are beautiful. It looks like two different shades of gold leaf on those. Very cool. This makes me want to see the movie so bad. I hope it did the original one justice. I have to say, I think this is one of my favorite mixed strands that I've received in one of their boxes. You don't have to use these beads together. You can take them apart and use them in all different projects. And there's a lot of neutral tones in here that would go well with all different color schemes. All right, so then we're getting to this container right here, and this is their large focal bead set. So you can see we have a ginormous caged crystal here. It is huge. This is what I was talking about, guys, when I said this is a box for a person who really likes to make a statement. So it is chunky, it is substantial, actually feels really nice. Like the quality feels really nice. I have seen this made into a necklace on just a simple chain if you're somebody who wants to do that. I personally happen to think it would make a cute decoration. So there's that. And then here is our other very large focal bead. It is another cage type bead. We have three sides on here. This is silver, as you can see, and then inside it's got at least 8 little crystals in there, which it's hard for you guys probably to see, but you can see the movement inside as I'm turning this. They are loose little crystals in there, so that is very unique as well. We have our loop up here if you wanted to turn this into a pendant for a necklace, or again, you could use this as some type of decor. It is so big. And now for our final item in the box. This is actually a project kit, and I love that they're including project kits in this box. It is called the Hakuna Matata project kit. That's so cute. This is what it looks like inside. It says, "What's this? Slimy yet satisfying. Make the Hakuna Matata bracelet with our special tutorial," and you can go right on their website and blog there and find out what that project looks like. If I'm able to, I will try to insert a picture of it here in this video so you can take a look. I don't personally want to make this. Somebody asked me on the last video or said they wished I had made the project and then had shown it in the video, but I actually want to gift this project. So I don't want to do that myself. I want to be able to keep it intact so that somebody else can make it. But it looks really cute. We've got what looks like the little Simba drawing here. It says, "Remember who you are." That is so cute. And it might look totally different on the other side. And then we've got two different colors of cord. We have more of a coppery color, a golden color, and then a little toggle clasp. There's also this little connector type bead with the two holes. We have Timon and Pumbaa and Simba there. That is so cute. So the theme couldn't be any cuter in my opinion. My final thoughts on this box, like I've said before, in my opinion, this is a box that is great for number one, people who are really into bead stringing as opposed to bead weaving. Number two, people who are really into statement pieces, more bold and artistic pieces, people who are inspired by materials that are very different, and people who like to work from bead mixes because you get a lot of bead mixes and even the strands have a nice mix of beads that are all put together. And then of course, if you are already a fan of Jesse James beads, if you shop on their website or find them in local craft stores, you will definitely be a fan as well. I also want to say that I think this is my 6th box over the past year or so that I have unboxed for them that they have generously sent to me, and I can see that the quality is actually stepping up. I'm really happy to see that. I hardly see any plastic or acrylic beads at all. Instead, I'm seeing a lot more glass, stone, and natural materials, and a lot of other great components to mix with these beads as well. So I can't make this decision for you on if this box is right for you. Of course, you have to do that for yourself. Watch some more unboxings, see if these boxes speak to you, and see if they work within your budget. And don't forget to check out the link below if you'd like more information on the different subscription lengths and how to sign up. Well, that wraps up another unboxing. Thanks again to Jesse James Beads for sending me another fun box to share with you guys. Feel free to leave me a comment or question down below. Let me know what you think of the theme, of the box, of the movie if you want to, and I will be back soon with more beading videos, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and as always, happy beading. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love for you to give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of my latest videos. Check out the information section under the video for links to my social media handles and other helpful info, and feel free to check out my shop at orchidandopal.com. Thanks for watching!